And we welcome you to Irvine, California as we get set for kickoff here between Orange County and New Mexico. Tonight's match is presented by Takira Oy, the official taco of OCSC. Michael Watring, Ricky Lopez-Espin, and our team with you. New Mexico has clinched the #1 seed in the West. Meanwhile, just as we come on the air, San Antonio has equalized against Lou City. So it's 1-1. So Orange County to clinch a playoff spot tonight. As it sits, a draw would get them in. A win would be the easiest way to do it. And Ricky, you look at this Orange County group, they've been superb defensively, but Ethan Zubak leads the team with 10 goals. He's scored in 4 of the last 7.
He's been a completely different player under Danny Stone. You talk about his work rate on and off the ball, the ability to come centrally and be part of the build-up phase, but he's also a very clinical finisher. He's shown a little bit more composure when he gets in front of goal. Ethan Zubak, what does the service look like against him tonight, and how clinical can he be when he's in front of net?
He's our Omega Accounting player to watch. Orange County has been so good defensively as of late. 5 clean sheets in the last 6.
And under Danny Stone, they've changed the way that they set up tactically. A 4-4-2, they're compact in between their lines, they're tight. You look at Sutka Sibley, Chata, they're balanced in between that back line, and then you let your players higher up the field be those game changers that they are. Chris Hagard has been fantastic coming centrally. I do think for Orange County, how tight and compact can you be in your structure, and let those players start to express themselves to pick up another 3 points.
When you look at New Mexico, they got off to such a good start this season. They've been solid the last few months, but they're winless in their last 3.
I had the ability to speak with Eric Quill, and he said, look, over the last couple months, we haven't been the best. We haven't had a consistent lineup, but we also haven't had consistent performances. For this New Mexico side, it's just one slight difference, whether it's box defending, taking your chances a little bit more. How do you grind out results when you're not playing your best? Big challenge for New Mexico to continue to get into form as the playoffs are right around the corner.
It's the penultimate game of the regular season. New Mexico looks to get the train back on the tracks. Orange County eye a playoff berth. What gives here tonight in Irvine, California? When we return, it's the starting 11s and the opening kickoff. When we come back, stick with us.
It's the community aspect of Orange County Soccer Club. And if you want to support local sports and local teams, this is like the definition of a local team. More than just a soccer team, it's more of a huge family that's coming together here to support the one and only professional team that we have here in Orange County.
OCSC is just such an amazing place to go with the family on Saturday nights. We look forward to it so much, and we can't get enough of it.
Kids grow up fast. You know when I first started noticing it? When I stopped getting hugs. With Command IQ, I found a way to get the hugs back. Watch.
Dad, the Wi-Fi is down.
Oh, let me see if I can fix it.
It's back. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
With Command IQ, you can bring the hugs back.
Here in Orange County, passion runs deep for the beautiful game and for the community. That's why Patterson Autos is proud to be the official sponsor of the Orange County Soccer Club. From Tustin Mazda to Tustin Hyundai, Huntington Beach Mazda to Mission Viejo Kia. We're 4 dealerships strong, serving Orange County with the best selection of your favorite vehicles. At Patterson Autos, we believe in teamwork, community, and giving back. So join us in cheering on OCSC. Come visit Patterson Autos, your favorite Orange County dealer, and let's score together.
And we welcome you back here to Irvine, California, where Orange County looks to clinch a playoff berth here tonight, playing host to New Mexico. Alongside Ricky Lopez-Espin, I'm Michael Watring. Great to have you with us tonight. And we take a look at the starting 11 for Orange County here tonight. Ricky, Ethan Zubak's been great, but really the star of the show has been Colin Shuttler.
He's been so good at in between the sticks. How good can this back line be? You're looking at Dogman and Owen Lamb, their work rate on both sides of the ball to join the attack, but also Powers and Miles staying a little bit centrally. And look at Zubak and Jameson. How good can they be at asking questions of New Mexico?
Conversely, for New Mexico United tonight, Eric Quill's group looks like this here this evening. And this group has been scuffling just a little bit, but Greg Hurst has not been. He's been a great goal scorer all year.
And he's going to say hi. He's going to occupy the center backs for Orange County. And you're looking at Seymour, a natural center back. He's going to play on the right-hand side of that back line. Hosu and Hernandez, what does that look like in terms of that relationship? And Akali, he's going to be the player in between the pockets and going to be the outlet more times often than not for Eric Quill to break through this back line of Orange County.
So as we get ready for kick tonight, we look at Orange County donning the orange and black kits here this evening. New Mexico in the yellow kits for tonight's matchup in the USL Championship. Our center official, Ricardo Montero, 8 games this year. He's given out the 3rd most red cards in the league, 5 of them. No penalty kicks, however. How will that influence tonight's matchup here at Championship Soccer Stadium in Irvine, California? Michael Watrang, Ricky Lopez-Espin in the penultimate regular season USL Championship match of the year. Orange County look to clinch a playoff spot, and we're underway here tonight in the 8th all-time meeting between Orange County and New Mexico. Well, Orange County need the result tonight at this point, with San Antonio pulling level against Lou City at home. That match has about 20 more minutes to go. Orange County has been playing their best soccer of the season, and what a year it has been as they've gone through now their 3rd coach in Danny Stone taking over the helm.
And when Danny Stone has really been the one calling the shots, we've seen a very different Orange County side. They're more stingy on the backside. They're pretty on the ball. They know who they want to be and staying true to their identity at home. Big opportunity to continue to push up this Western Conference.
Jameson doesn't track that ball down. Chris Gloucester knocks it away. And now it will be a throw. Another ball has worked its way onto the field. New Mexico winless in its last 4 road matches. They've been outscored by 6 goals in those 4, having only scored once in that window. Lamb's cross blocked, gets to the second ball. Lamb bounces this ball in, it trickles through. Ultimately, along this sideline, did it take a redirect? It did. No, it did not. Looked like it did for sure, but it did not in the end.
Interesting, not even 2 minutes in, we see a little bit of a tactical change for Orange County, a 4-2-3-1, so Kasipli and Chada will be the double pivot. Hager will actually play as the number 10. Alongside him will be Dunbar and Jameson, and Ethan Zubak will spearhead the attack. So how do you really unbalance the double pivot for Eric Quill, which is Hosu and Hernandez?
New Mexico work to build forward. On that right-hand side, it's Dubois throwing it in. Hurst was the target. Orange County passed the test defensively for the first time tonight. Jameson wants the ball on this right-hand side. The 18-year-old surveys the middle of the field. 2 defenders attack him. He leaves the ball behind and now recycles. Orange County have scored first in 7 consecutive matches. That happened again here tonight on the home field, looking to clinch a postseason spot. If San Antonio lose against Lou City with a quarter hour to go, tied 1-1 there, this match will not factor in, and Orange County will clinch a playoff berth regardless of the result tonight. Here's this cross coming all the way through. Jameson was the closest target and ends up out of play.
Talk about the fluidity for Orange County. Jameson and Dunbar have the license to come a little bit central to create an overload, so that affords Dogman and Owen Lamb the ability to push higher, to be as expansive as possible. For Eric Quill in this New Mexico side, a side that's only conceded 41 times. So you're looking for consistency, and that starts within your back four to get a clean sheet here on the road.
23 of those 41 have come in the first half. So Orange County might have a chance to expose, because 9 of those 23 first half goals have come in the opening 20 minutes of play. It's a nice crowd here on a Saturday evening, October 19th. One more match to go after this one. It'll be a home tussle for Orange County against Hartford. New Mexico at home against Memphis to round out the regular season. Eric Quill talked about it. He doesn't necessarily have a panic button that he's hitting with his group, but you could tell that he was a little bit concerned with how they've played in their last couple months. Since July 31st, they're 6-6-2. Solid, respectable, but for a team that has home field advantage in the West, he wants to see a little bit more of that consistent 90-minute performances.
And it's interesting because, yes, they clinched the #1 seed in the Western Conference about a week ago, but before that, it was kind of how do you create your own motivation and kind of have that competitive spirit to push the limits as high as they possibly can be, because we know what New Mexico is all about, and especially at home, they're fantastic, very difficult to beat. So how do you get into the playoffs with a full head of momentum, full head of steam? You have to find a way to grind that result when you're not playing your best. And as of late, New Mexico, and Eric will be the first to mention, they haven't been playing their best. So how do you find a little bit of personality and character, especially when you're away from home?
Not that they beat themselves against Phoenix. Certainly in terms of the results, not in their best form of the year, as Hernandez's ball looking for Hurst gets intercepted. And ultimately he talked about kind of the conversion rate, as it were. He said there have been times this year where they've created a lot of chances, but they might only be converting 1 of 6 or 7 in the playoffs. And come this time of the year, it has to be 1 for 1, 1 for 2, because that fine line could ultimately be the difference of an early exit or getting all the way to the final.
100%. And you look at a player like Greg Hurst, 10 goals this season. What does the supply look into him? And how, like we mentioned, how clinical can he be when he does get in those certain areas of the field? Because New Mexico, you know, they want to get on the ball, they want to possess, they want to play at the speed that Eric Quill wants to play at. But now, how do you turn that into productivity, into goals, into assists, and putting some teams under pressure?
And certainly the injury bug has bit New Mexico at the wrong time of the year. Marco Micheletto, Harry Swartz are out, and they just announced that Arturo Astorga is on the season-ending injury list after getting hurt. I think it was the 10th minute of stoppage time. No, 11th minute of stoppage time of last week's match. So a lot of key pieces and key cogs that led this group to the #1 seed in the West are missing in action the rest of the year for some of those players. Reyes commits the foul.
An area that we've seen Bryce Jamison take that next step in his progression. Talk about how electric he is on the attacking side of the ball, doing the dirty side, dropping down, helping Chada double down Reyes and drawing a foul. Things like that really give respect throughout the side.
Orange County playing without Brian Olofsky. He's out for the season. Kyle Scott and Thomas Among out. Kevin Partita, yellow card accumulation suspension, also out tonight. So fresh faces on the field. What happens here this evening? New Mexico has 3 wins, and they've won 3 of the last 4 meetings between these two crews. Jamison on the build. Jamison dances. Lamb cycles. Sipley lofts to nobody in particular. Let's take a look at tonight's keys to the match, brought to you by Patterson Auto. And what do you see tonight for these two sides?
We talked about it for Orange County. You continue that momentum. You get a convincing 2-0 win at El Paso. How do you grow from that confidence? And for New Mexico, like we mentioned, Michael, with Eric Quill, be clinical. When you create an opportunity, you have to make it count. So especially that front 3, Reyes, Dubois, and Greg Hurst, how composed can they be when they're in front of net?
8 minutes off of the books, scoreless so far in this matchup. Jamison comes charging after it, redirects it out. So it's a throw in the end instead of a goal kick.
electing to press a little bit higher this Orange County side. So if you are New Mexico, how clean can you be in your decision making, but also your technical ability? Loose touch from Ryden.
And a foul is given here. Ricky Hernandez gets fouled. Back, this ball winds up. Alex Tambakis picked up a concussion not too long ago as he works himself back from that. And Mayor Quill saying that they're going to lean on his experience down the stretch of the year. McCauley sprints and has this ball tipped out of his reach. And Colin Shuttler, who's third in the league in saves, fourth in clean sheets, is playing the best soccer of his career. Was the September Player of the Month in the USL Championship.
Also a glimpse of how comfortable New Mexico is just getting on the ball and breaking through the pressure. It's the first time that we've seen Orange County step out and be a little bit vulnerable, leaving that back line. Now, how do you execute for Eric Quill? That's going to be a big talking point.
This ball trickles back to space, and Tambakis pulls it in, and a chance to reset here. Somewhat of what you would expect out of the start of this match. 10 minutes gone by. No shots, no score. Michael Watrang, Ricky Lopez Espin, and our team with you here in Irvine, California. Orange County, as of now, need a draw to clinch a postseason berth, with San Antonio level with Lou City. There's a whistle. And off of the hand of Hernandez for a free kick. Quickly taken. Higgert. Jamison slams the brakes on, leaves it back. Lamb. Haggard. Flank stays down. Jamison. A little stumble there, but Shanta can't take advantage as this ball winds up in a really delightful spot. The cross, though, knocked away.
Notice a movement from Cameron Dunbar. The last second he slashes across, and what that does, that pulls in Will Seymour. So getting higher up the field, especially as an outside back, is going to be the outlet for Danny Stone.
Long distance shot attempt will officially go in as our first shot of the match. Tambakis without an issue. Ashish Chata, 24-year-old. Went to school at UC Irvine, so very familiar with the location. And second season with the club. 3 assists for the year. What an uneven run it has been for Orange County this year. At times looking unbeatable, and other times struggling to get points. But in the end, all that matters is to get into the dance of the postseason and see what can happen from there. A former champion. A foul is whistled. No booking this time around. The unbeaten run of 6 in a row for Orange County is the 3rd longest active run in the league. Las Vegas has been incredible. Detroit has extended their run to 8 straight. Maples lines up. Gloucester. Maples again right through the middle of the park. Gloucester.
Just see how comfortable Orange County is in their defensive structure. All 11 players in their defensive half. Trying to frustrate New Mexico, but 13 minutes in, if you're Eric Quill, I think you have to be quite pleased with how comfortable your side has been on the ball. Need a little bit more out of Akale. What areas of the field does he pop into? Because he's going to be the X factor. You play him off of Kasipli and Chata, you can really find success with his combination skills. between him and Greg Hurst. So his movement, the space that he picks up are going to be crucial for the visiting side.
He's had a bit of a run where he's only scored twice in the last 10 matches. Overall, though, 11 goals for the campaign. A little bit of an attack here from Reyes, but it is Miles that calmly walks out of there. Hernandez then steals it away. Excellent ball wide. Reyes charges to space. Gloucester on the underlap. Hernandez swings this ball through. It bounces calmly into the tracks of Hurst, but he's offside.
This near side for New Mexico, extremely potent. The run from Gloucester, now that pulls out Hagar. But it's a really difficult ball to thread that needle if you are Nicky Hernandez. There's no real window. You would think the better option is to flick it to that far post and ask Dubois to make a secondary run. Greg Hurst about a yard offside, but how do you get him a little bit more influential?
Jamison back for Orange County, looking for its first shot attempts of the match. Two defenders. This ball thrown in, it ricochets twice and ultimately sent outside of the 18. Right back. Lamb has it taken away. Reyes gets the first piece and the second. Reyes composed in these areas. And foul on Shanta.
Technical area for New Mexico, giving Ricardo Montero, center referee, an earful, saying it's about the third time that we've had the ability to break the pressure from Orange County, and Chata and Kasipli late to stepping out, conceding foul after foul. One, do you give them a bit of a warning sign?
This ball cranked across the side of the field. This year has flown by. These two sides hopeful to have a chance to win a championship. A foul whistle here, and it's going to be a booking as well. Will Seymour is the first man to be booked.
Player that we highlighted in the open, not playing his natural position as a center back, so always going to be a little bit more exposed in 1v1 situations. Wrong body position on the outside of Ethan Zubak. Cameron Dunbar gets on the inside track, brings him down. It's a clear transitional foul, gets himself into the book, so big challenge in terms of his discipline and positioning for the remainder of this match.
The opening 20 minutes have typically featured a lot of goals for New Mexico, 20 total between their opponent and them. We close in on the 20-minute mark here, still scoreless. Rifled to the right side of the box. A volley attempt, and why not give it a go? Hagar measured that ball and slices it wide right.
Technical ability from Hagar. Notice the way that he approaches at the last second. He leans away from it, so that gives him a better angle to get his foot higher and slash down on the ball. That's why you see it bending away. Does not miss by much, and he hits it very well, Chris Hagar.
The pressure here from Orange County, burying New Mexico. And all they can do is fly this out, and it actually works out. Look at that cheeky little touch there from Hurst. Hurst dances around, glides this ball across. Reyes was hopeful. Instead, it gets funneled away. It is a corner, though, after an excellent touch at midfield from Hurst.
The ability to beat players 1v1, elude his individual marker, but also the vision to pull players in. We talk about the body position or lack thereof from Seymour. Owen Lamb gets him this one just right, and he needs to.
So Reyes and Akale are over there. Akale curls this ball around. Second header. Lamb, the last man to touch. New Mexico get another go at it. This time from the opposite sideline. They've scored 11 times in the opening 20 minutes of matches this season. And as we hit the 20th minute, it's a chance to do so again. Akale, 27-year-old from Minneapolis, tasked with this one as he frisbees this ball near post, headed right back in that direction. Ultimately chipped back out to midfield. Gloucester sets it back for Hosu. th minute, no score. New Mexico, the #1 seed in the West with 2 matches to go, clinched that over the weekend. Orange County would need a draw if San Antonio and Lou City are to wrap up 1-1. They're in the 2nd minute of second half stoppage time in that one. Michael Watring, Ricky Lopez-Espin, and our team with you here tonight, guiding you through the second to last regular season game of 2024 in the USL Championship. Maples.
I think the spaces that Mokwele Akale picks up need to be a little bit more influential because Stefka simply.
Gloucester is on this. Toe pokes it forward, comes back out. Hosu launches. It takes a ricochet and a nasty bounce before it finally ends up in the hands of Shuttler.
If you do elect to play a little bit more direct for New Mexico now, second balls become very vital. Who's going to win those battles? As in the last 5 minutes has been New Mexico. Hosu has been a nice little addition for Eric Will. Can do a lot on the dirty side of the game, but also has quality on the ball.
This is an excellent ball forward. Zubak chases. Tambakis alertly out to fly that away. Take a look at tonight's injury report. A lot of different injuries for Orange County. Oloski out for the year. Scott and Among questionable and out for tonight's match. This ball is struck well, and it goes wide in the end.
Fantastic bit of skill from Cameron Dunbar. Understand if he peels out wide, now he has some real estate to go at Dubois. A little drop of the shoulder. And as he tries to approach it, you need to get your foot wrapped around it to give it that bending action. Unable to find that far post of Tambakis.
This ball drops down and it's punched over the top, and it picks up into the hands of Tambakis. Hosu pivots. It is officially over between Lou City and San Antonio as Shuttler comes out and erases this chance. 1-1 is the final in that matchup. So that means that for Orange County to clinch a postseason berth tonight, a draw would do the job. Lambert's equalizer in the 61st erases Philip Goodrum's first half stoppage time goal. So they split the points in that one. So it comes down to this matchup for Orange County to clinch the postseason spot. Granted, still a lot would have to happen for them to be bounced from the postseason. Looking down the road here, the most points that San Antonio can get is 44 entering the night. This ball trickles to this right-hand side. Jamison charges and bounces it off of a defender and out for a corner. Are you in tune with all the clinching scenarios? You've done all the math and everything?
Got my calculator out handy. If I don't know anything, I ask you, Michael. That's why you're here.
Yeah, that's true. And if I don't know, I just go to the website and try to interpret everything there. Kasipli arcs this corner across. Bodies collide. Appeals for a penalty after a sturdy collision inside of the 6-yard box. 25 minutes into this one. Still scoreless. The other matches currently going on. El Paso surprising leaders against Sacramento. That is a 2-1 El Paso lead. And Monterey Bay, who's been eliminated, are scoreless with Colorado Springs. Colorado Springs entered the weekend 4th and holding on to that final home playoff match in the West. It's a good turn here from Zubak. He stumbles, loses a little bit of control there inside of the box as it trickles out harmlessly for a goal kick.
Good recovery run from Caitlin Ryden. That is the risk you run if you are Eric Quill, New Mexico. You want to be possession-based. You want to be expansive, especially on the ball. So if you do afford to give it away cheaply, you leave your two center backs vulnerable. That's why technical ability, decision-making, top priority for this back line for the visiting side.
34 cities with one club to unite them all. Get on board and purchase your deposit towards a 2025 Orange County SC season ticket for $34.01. Unlock exclusive benefits like private parties, exclusive entry to the champ, and merchandise discounts. For the full list of benefits and more information, go to orangecountysoccer.com/season-tickets. Reyes winds up Gloucester on this left channel. Gloucester curls this ball in. The first ball answered. Jamison brings it down and ultimately cleared out to midfield. No foul whistle. Hurst instead steps on top of it. Hurst finds space. Hurst punches at it. Shuttler pokes it away. Nice chance for New Mexico so far.
Fantastic back-to-back actions from the visiting sides. First, it starts with the ability to break through the pressure, and Makwele Akale playing off the shoulder of Chada because they're so concerned with Hosu and Hernandez. They're going to draw in a little bit more aggressively. So if you can find him, you can find him in some nice little pocket to space. Going back to a combination with Greg Hurst. Give credit to Shuttler, quick off his line as well. Good action all around.
Shuttler's been so stout this season. He's got 9 different matches with at least 5. But he's only seen 8 shots on target in the last 4. The back line starting to tighten up as well for this Orange County group that has not necessarily been the most electrifying goal scoring group in the league. They've been shut out 13 times on the year, and 19 of the 32 matches they've scored 1 or less. Bouncer back for Gloucester. Gloucester was in a little pocket. Reyes' pass right behind his backside. Jamison dangles that ball. And yet again picks up a quality divot as he chops it across the park. It's been 50 days since Orange County last lost a match. That was to Las Vegas. Started that run for the Lights. This ball on that left channel. Thrown through the middle. It takes one ricochet. Since September 14th, in the last month of the year, Orange County's been the best team in the Western Conference with 14 points. Danny Stone's group. He was appointed August 30th to lead this team, and he has revamped and recharged Orange County. And here 30 minutes in, still scoreless between Orange County and New Mexico. Orange County need a draw out of this one at least tonight to make the final match of the year anticlimactic. They can clinch a playoff berth with a win or a draw in this one after San Antonio picked up a valuable point against the Players' Shield champs in Louisville City. Who couldn't win the race to it. Jamison charges through the middle of the field. His pass is well weighted, at least initially, as it danced past one defender, but not a second. Second phase chance now on that left-hand side, headed back. High header, Reyes angles it along. On the slide tackle, unable to be taken away, and now Nicky Hernandez emerges. Hernandez shimmies, shakes, and ultimately hits it right off the backside of our official tonight, Ricardo Moreno. And Hernandez puts it right back into play quickly. Reyes lost her. Naples. Both sides seem fairly conservative at this point in the match. Maybe a little surprising for New Mexico. They're the #1 seed in the West, and they want to try to regain that dominant form that they had for much of the campaign.
Very methodical the way they've approached this game through 32 minutes. Expected from Orange County with how stingy they've been defensively as of late. You're looking at that front three for Eric Quill. You need just more movement. Well, it is Reyes coming centrally, Greg Hurst making a little bit more verticality, Dubois as well, because it makes life very easy for this backline for Orange County. They're just staying centrally, passing players off, shifting left, shifting right, and you have two banks of four in front of them. The confusion starts to set in when some player shows their feet, someone makes that run towards the corner flag. You need a little bit more of that type of, it's a good ball there.
Foster meets it. Hernandez unable to spin that ball through the back line. Hurst gets shaked away. And now Orange County can mount their charge. Hagar. Jamison resettles.
It's always going to be interesting coming to a matchup like this, Michael, because both of these teams like to be on the ball. They like to dictate the tempo and play it at their terms. So that midfield battle was always going to be crucial. Who is there going to impose their identity on the opposition, especially early on, to get in a rhythm? As it's kind of seemed like both teams have been exchanging blow for blow for the first 34 minutes.
There's a very outside chance that Orange County could host the conference quarterfinal match out there. Need Colorado Springs to lose one of the final two and get a point from the other. Orange County would need to win the final two, and then Memphis would need 2 draws at best for that to occur, as Orange County looked to post its position above the playoff line. Currently entering the night in a tie for 6th in the Western Conference. Late slate getting underway. Las Vegas and Oakland and Phoenix and Memphis are underway now at the 7:30 p.m. kick time. Here's a look at Eric Quill. Quill, he said ever since they played Sacramento on September 29th, there's been a bit of a hiccup within the group. Need to find that focus and mentality, and he talked about it. It is a fascinating record for this group this year because 18 wins, tremendous. Tip of the cap to them, but 10 losses in that stretch. He said it's almost been a weird dynamic because we have the ability to win, and we have the ability to win a lot, but we've also shown a propensity where we don't even come away with a point, and we're just settling for a draw in that stretch, or a loss rather in that stretch.
No way, it's the beauty of the USL Championship and how much it's grown over the past couple of years, because now, besides, you can make the argument for Lou City, every single team can beat every single team, right? There's no easy game anymore in this league. The team that's sitting at the top of the Western Conference with 10 losses is quietly unheard of. It tells you how talented, the quality from top to bottom, and it is a perfect example of coming down to decision day. Will be great ball here.
This ball wound up. Hagar juggles that ball. Maybe took a little bit too much time. And the retreating defense able to sacrifice themselves to get it in there.
Fantastic pick out from Dogman, because everyone's slashing towards that near post and towards the goal mouth of Orange County. That pulls out every single defender for New Mexico. So the space is at the cutback. You talk about extra effort and the identity of Nicky Hernandez to drop back about 50 yards and do his defensive duties.
And to stretch that point even further, every team in the Western Conference has double-digit losses, with the exception of Las Vegas. They have 9, but they've drawn 11. So the West is going to be a fascinating watch come postseason time, because as much as New Mexico has asserted itself as the #1 team in the Western Conference for a long window of time, they have 8 more points than Las Vegas at this point in the year. You feel like a lot of the teams lurking in the middle to lower portion of the table can be very dangerous with the way that the top teams in this league have performed.
You look at teams sitting in 7th right now, Phoenix Rising, the reigning champions. San Antonio at 9th. 2 years ago, they were the reigning champions. Orange County 3 years ago removed. They put a star over the crest. So that just tells you, once postseason comes, it doesn't really matter where you are ranked. It's who's getting the right form, who's making plays where it matters, who's clinical in both boxes. Set up for a fascinating 2024 playoff season here.
And Eric Will talked about it. He said if things play out the way that, quote, they're supposed to play out, they'll have to go on the road for the final. And they've struggled on the road here in this recent window, being outscored 7-1 in their last 4, winless in that time frame. So he said tonight's a big night, because this is one of those nights where you need to go out and show to yourself that you can perform in these matches, because your season can come to an end rather quickly. After tonight, you have 2 guaranteed matches left on the schedule. And so far in this one, we've seen 4 total shots, 3 from Orange County, 1 from New Mexico.
These are moments now for Orange County. You need to be quicker. Do well to recover the ball. New Mexico's out of shape, so push the issue, push the tempo, and really test this back line.
And again, having to slow it down. Nobody really wanted to join Bryce Jamison on his build forward. Where will the goals come from here tonight. Combined expected goals of .06 at this juncture. Dangerous goal-scoring chances have few and far between so far, but that can change at any point in time. And maybe it happens right here. Lamb fires this ball across after a couple bounces. Dunbar chips it left. Cross comes in, knocked away. Second chance, arced to the back post. Tambakis gets a piece to guide it over the top.
See, good things happen when you whip the ball into a dangerous area, whether it is Dogman or Owen Lamb. The quality never drops from the wing-back position. Second bite at the apple, bit of confusion. Tambakis, no nonsense as he pushes it up and over his crossbar.
So it's a corner kick here for Seth Kasipli, the team leader with 4 assists this year. Ready to go with this ball. Kasipli boomerangs this ball, high arcing, back post. Miles over there with Zubak. Volley attempt from Chata, ends up wide left, and you can see the reaction from Ashish, who has not scored a professional goal and wanted to make his first. A banger.
And he hits it well. These are the types of balls as a player that you just dream about. They come and pop out to you about 18 yards out. Top priority is making clean contact with it. You do not need to hit it hard. Let momentum do its thing. Hit through it, just unable to guide it on target.
Are you all in? Purchase your deposit towards the 2025 Orange County SC season ticket. And learn how you can unlock exclusive benefits at orangecountysoccer.com/season-tickets today. Hernandez runs into trouble, gets up to his feet, funnels this through, but there's nobody else making the run. And yet again, defensively sturdy for Orange County. The 9th fewest goals in the championship this year, just 35 of them all season long. But maybe a little bit deceptive with this recent run, as they have now gone 285 minutes without conceding a goal. And we get our first booking, and it's going to go against Kalen Ryden. Our second booking, rather. Seymour picked up one in the 17th minute.
Getting pulled out into a spot that he does not want to be in. On the same line as the midfielders ahead of him. Just stomps on the right leg of Hagar. Do have a question of whether that is a yellow card. It's his first or second foul that he's conceded so far away from his defending goal. You see the frustration from the center back as well.
Highlighted Ethan Zubak at the beginning. He has been rather quiet in this one. Zubak has had just 7 touches, by far the fewest on his side, and only Greg Hurst 4 touches or fewer. So both strikers, both double-digit goal scorers, have been quiet in this matchup. Jamison grabs onto it. Jamison dances, and maybe one dribble too many before giving it away. And ultimately, Hernandez whips it wide. Kale runs into 3 different defenders and ultimately gives possession back as Ryan Dogman takes over.
This tells you how much of a battle, a midfield battle, that this game has been, with the lack of touches for both strikers. So if you are Eric Quill, Danny Stone, a message at halftime is going to be, you need to get our leading goal scorer more involved, whether it is the build-up phase or just playing a little bit more direct into him. Let him battle for the initial ball. It's been really easy for both center backs to deal with their opposing striker.
And the goalkeepers doing their extra work as well. Tambakis nullifying that sequence. Over 500 career saves in USL Championship history. Converging with Evan Newton for the all-time record in both saves and clean sheets. Well, Hurst comes back and adds to his touch tally, but in a very non-dangerous location. Hosu lifts this ball over the top, and Shuttler immediately out to pick it up. Both goalkeepers ensuring that any type of direct passing is erased before it can even be put into action. Lamb cradles this, arcs this ball around the back line. Jamison wants the corner kick and ensures that indeed it is a corner kick here. Good work by the 18-year-old to win the corner.
Can be the difference, the set piece, especially when both teams are struggling to create through the run of play. Shot that walks over, he's going to stand over it. Him and Seth Kasipli, two players, more times off than not off of a dead ball opportunity.
City side fiber corner kick. Kasipli wings this ball in. It ricochets a couple times. And just as it was dangling inside of 12 yards, it gets pushed away. Akale does well to get that ball around. Hurst flies it out wide. Everybody joining the party now for the team in yellow. Hurst wants a piece. Hurst hits it first time, and Shuttler gobbles it up. 2 minutes of first half stoppage time. Again, transitional moments for New Mexico. Ultimately dangerous.
Just look at the movement from Greg Hurst. He's the one who plays this ball wide, and as he continues his run, he outruns about 5 Orange County players. He just wanted that much more. In the end, it doesn't come out to fruition. But those are the types of action that you need from your striker. The willingness to put in the work and to reward himself in the end.
Haggard. It looked like it might have hit a hand. There is no whistle there. Can it be a natural position if you're diving? I don't know the rules. I'm asking you. That's you will rely on me for the scenarios of playoffs.
I think it's a handball.
Yeah.
He makes himself bigger.
Agreed.
At least initially it seemed like. So you did know the answer. You were testing me?
I'm agreeing with you.
Okay, there you go. First time in a long time that's
happened.
happened.
It's been a while. It's been a while. Well, halfway through stoppage time. Will anything change in the storyline here tonight? A draw would clinch a postseason berth for Orange County. A win would add a little icing on the cake and make things a little bit interesting, perhaps for the 4 or 5 seeds in the West. Colorado Springs still scoreless against Monterey Bay, and Memphis and Phoenix 10 minutes elapsed and no score. Las Vegas and Oakland have rebutted with goals in the opening 12 minutes. Johnny Rodriguez in the 4th, and then an own goal for Las Vegas. And Las Vegas playing exciting matches night in and night out. The team with the longest unbeaten run in the league right now of 8 in a row. And there's your first half whistle that blows. Scoreless so far in this one, Ricky, and ultimately in the end, kind of deciding which team is going to ultimately seize their moment tonight and get some attacking presence.
It's been a tactical battle. It's been tight. You think that this game is going to be won and lost with one action, and both boxes a critical and clinical opportunity, all to play for in this next 45.
So scoreless at the break in the 8th all-time meeting between New Mexico and Orange County. Orange County looking for a playoff berth. A draw would do enough here tonight, but we're scoreless after 45 minutes of play. Step out for a break. Our halftime report is around the corner. Stick with us.
I'm Jay, and as founder of Omega, I understand that as a business owner, you've got a lot in your mind. Let the tax credit ninjas at Omega get you the money. It's rightfully yours. It's not too late to score big on tax credits, but you gotta act fast.
Kids grow up fast. You know when I first started noticing it? When I stopped getting hugs. With Command IQ, I found a way to get the hugs back. Watch.
Dad, the Wi-Fi is down.
Oh, let me see if I can fix it.
It's back. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
With Command IQ, you can bring the hugs back.
It's the community aspect of Orange County Soccer Club. And if you want to support local sports and local teams, this is like the definition of a local team. More than just a soccer team, it's more of a huge family that's coming together here to support the one and only professional team that we have here in Orange County.
OCSC is just such an amazing place to go with the family on Saturday nights. We look forward to it so much. And we can't get enough of it.
It's halftime here in Irvine, California, where it is scoreless between Orange County and New Mexico. Last week featured some great goals and saves. Let's take a look at our goal and save of the week.
Sky-high ball, deflection, good chance. Wrestling on the ground, miss by Cella, shot. Oh wow, just wide. And a heck of a save made by Ford Park.
As Macias picks the pocket, steps to his left, shoots, and he scores! Opportunistic, Aiden Macias gives the Mingos the lead.
Lions, nice drive, in the shot, parried away Cisniega. Alfaro! Oh my goodness gracious.
Revelar, company moving forward, looking to go to his left. A nice strike into the goal it goes. Oh my goodness, it looked like it may have been off the mark, but Monterey Bay has just tied this game.
Our halftime is presented by IPA Physio, the official physical therapists of OCSC. We're scoreless at halftime, and we'll step out. News and notes from around the USL when we return.
Dad, is it somebody's birthday? Dad, come watch us hit this ugly piñata.
When Hornets show up, so do we. Terminix it. We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Welcome to Do or Die. Welcome to stories that give meaning to it all. The juggernaut chasing history. The hero hoping for a Hollywood ending. The upstart determined to make the most of its shot at glory. Welcome to second guessing everything. Every coach's decision, every referee's call, every pass, shot, tackle, save. Because you know it all means more now. Welcome to the playoffs.
When mosquitoes show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Yeah, trick. I said what
I said, I'd rather be famous instead.
I'm Jay, and as founder of Omega, I understand that as a business owner, you've got a lot in your mind. Let the tax credit ninjas at Omega get you the money. It's rightfully yours. It's not too late to score big on tax credits, but you gotta act fast.
And we welcome you back here to Irvine, California. Tonight's halftime presented by IPA Physio, the official physical therapist of OCSC. We're scoreless at halftime of this one. And we take a look at the news and the notes from around the USL. And this is how things look right now. Be sure to, you see Lou City, look at that donation, $20,000 to Tampa Bay Rowdies to assist with their relief efforts following Hurricanes Helene and Milton. There's a way that you can donate now on the United Way. Sacramento's Stadion Kimbrough called up to the US U15 squad for the upcoming training camp. And El Paso claimed the 2024 Copa Tejas 2-2 draw in the in-state rival San Antonio last week. And the team of the week in the USL Championship looked like this. Danny Barrera and Hartford making that push to the postseason. Excellent performance from him. We saw Pablo Cisniega as well in the save of the week. Evan Conway for North Carolina continues to score. He scored again tonight in a capper against Tampa Bay, 2-0. And the aforementioned Ethan Zubak was in the team of the week as well. Well, with 2 matches to go for every team in the league this season, scores from around the league have some interesting results at this point in the night. 1-1, Rhode Island, Charleston. So Rhode Island will have to wait and see how things play out, trying to clinch a postseason berth next week. San Antonio drawing Lou City means a draw tonight for Orange County would get them into the postseason. A penalty kick goal from Alfaro has El Paso out in front 2-1 against Sacramento. We mentioned the goals in the Las Vegas and Oakland game, and it's halftime with a 0-0 scoreline between Monterey Bay and Colorado Springs. Upcoming schedule in the final week of the regular season of the USL this year. And Wednesday, Tampa and Hartford. That has some playoff implications for Hartford. Then Saturday, Charleston and Loudoun. Loudoun tries to keep their hopes alive in the postseason. North Carolina, Las Vegas is a nice matchup as well. Lou City and Phoenix, what could have been a rematch of last year's final until Charleston upended Lou City there at the end. And Tampa Bay and Indy 11, 2 teams that very well could meet in the postseason as well in a few weeks. 7:30 Eastern time, 4:30 here local time in the USL. We're scoreless at halftime. Well, we have goals in the second half. We're going to answer that question when we return. But first, we'll have the highlights between Orange County and New Mexico right around this break.
Here in Orange County, passion runs deep for the beautiful game and for the community. That's why Patterson Autos is proud to be the official sponsor of the Orange County Soccer Club. From Tustin Mazda to Tustin Hyundai, Huntington Beach Mazda to Mission Viejo Kia. We're 4 dealerships strong, serving Orange County with the best selection of your favorite vehicles. At Patterson Autos, we believe in teamwork, community, and giving back. So join us in cheering on OCSC. Come visit Patterson Autos, your favorite Orange County dealer, and let's score together.
It's the community aspect of Orange County Soccer Club. And if you want to support local sports and local teams, this is like the definition of a local team. More than just a soccer team, it's more of a huge family that's coming together here to support the one and only professional team that we have here in Orange County.
OCSC is just such an amazing place to go with the family on Saturday nights. We look forward to it so much. And we can't get enough of it.
Kids grow up fast. You know when I first started noticing it? When I stopped getting hugs. With Command IQ, I found a way to get the hugs back. Watch.
Dad, the Wi-Fi is down.
Oh, homie, See if I can fix it.
It's back. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
With Command IQ, you can bring the hugs back.
It's scoreless at halftime between Orange County and New Mexico. Orange County looking to clinch a postseason berth with a draw in this matchup tonight. Michael and Ricky back with you as we watch the first half highlights from an opening 45 minutes of play that featured just 6 total shot attempts, but there were some decent chances in the opening 45 minutes of play, including this one in a little bit of a build here for New Mexico. Jacobo Reyes lining this one up, and Nicky Hernandez, it's a well-timed ball. Hurst was in. Flag would go up for offside, though.
New Mexico found the most success when they had the ability to find a call-away in beyond the line of Chata and Kisipli, but you didn't find that on a consistent basis, and that's what Orange County wanted. They're compact on the defensive side of the ball, and now set pieces. You can have your players higher up the field, express themselves, and be those game changers. Hagar steps into this extremely nicely, but just pulls it wide of Tim Backus's goal.
Yeah, it was a confident strike, but ultimately wide in the end. And here in the 21st minute, Cameron Dunbar looked like he was going to unleash a goal of the week nominee, but it whistled wide.
And he's shown some glimpses of individual brilliance, ability to take players on 1v1, drop with the shoulder, create his own space, but unable to have that bend effect at the end to that far post.
And then in the 40th minute, it's another volley. This time it's from Ashish Chata.
Just tries to do a little bit too much, I think. His least preferred left foot, he hits it well, to be fair, but just unable to guide it on target and test the goalkeeper.
And then in the 45th minute, Greg Hurst does really well here of joining the party. 1 against 5, joins it and gets a good shot.
It's the work rate, it's the want it more mentality as a striker, the ruthlessness, but unable to get enough power to test Shuttler. It's a great little inserted ball from Nicky Hernandez with enough English, but that's how we walk into halftime, 0-0.
Yeah, just 6 total shots for 2 leaders for Orange County. New Mexico has the better expected goals, so they've been in more dangerous locations in the opening 45. According to those numbers, they've had more of the possession, and the team that has clinched the #1 seed in the Western Conference is looking to spoil Orange County's parade here in Orange County's penultimate home match and regular season match of the year. Orange County will get Hartford next week on this field, and that could be a match in the end if results don't play out in Orange County's favor or Hartford's favor, that those two teams could have a do or die final game of the regular year. Meanwhile, Orange County is trying to beat New Mexico tonight, and then they'll be perhaps New Mexico's biggest fans next week when New Mexico hosts Memphis, with Orange County's outside look at a postseason spot. So here's how we look. A draw tonight, a beautiful moon here this evening in Orange County, but a draw tonight for Orange County punches the ticket to the postseason after San Antonio drew against Lou City. Otherwise, it would need to come down to the final week of the regular season for Orange County to get in. Wins each of the next 2 weeks, they could eventually find themselves into hosting position pending results for Colorado Springs and Memphis down the stretch. But ultimately, phase 1, get to the playoffs. Half number 2 is underway here. Michael Watrang, Ricky Lopez Espen, and our team with you. Great to have you on board as Orange County hosts New Mexico. No score after 45 minutes of play. Ricky, how much motivation ultimately for either of these two sides do you see to try to get goals? Because New Mexico is already the #1 seed on the road. I think they'd be fine with a point at this point in the year. Orange County on the other side, they know that a draw gets them into the postseason.
I think the challenge for both of the managers are to create your own motivation, more energy inside. You challenge them personally. Say, yes, quote unquote, there might not be a lot to play for in terms of picking up 3 points, but do you want to advance into the playoffs playing your best football, right? Do you want to create momentum? And for Orange County, continue to grow in the way that Danny Stone is trying to implement his ideas and his identity. And for New Mexico, we talked about it, haven't been in the best of form. So use this opportunity away from home to show that you can find out, you can grind out results, because ultimately, if you have any hopes of hosting USL Championship, you're going to have to do that, whether it is at Lou City. And one thing that we didn't mention, Michael, especially in the halftime report, whether it was news and notes, highlights, happy birthday, 35 years.
Yeah, 35. Yeah, that is tough to stomach. Happens fast.
Birthday wish granted, working with me.
Yes, that was top of the list. Celebrated with the in-laws on Monday, and they gave me a cake, and the first thing that came to my mind was, I really hope it's Ricky on my birthday. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Now, the next wish, get some goals, get some excitement in this. Let's see what happens here in half number 2. Pace picked up through the middle of the field. Dunbar cycles wide, nutmegs a defender, and ultimately carries it out of play. I'm not sure what we get here. Ball trickled along the side, and it looks like we're going to get a foul in the end.
He's a player since coming over from Minnesota United. Cameron Dunbar raised a lot of eyebrows because he does have the talent, the glimpses to be brilliant. 1v1 hasn't really translated into in terms of his productivity. 2 goals, 3 assists on the season. You get him going, him and Bryce Jamison could be quite the duo, flanking Ethan Zubak.
Dunbar started his career with LA Galaxy, then Minnesota United, had 21 appearances in the MLS in the last few years. Still just 21 years of age. Kasipli cannot make it past the first line of defense. 1 header, 2 header away. Chanta rewinds into the 18 once more. Jamison flicks the head, but angles it wide left.
I have to think a better option for Bryce Jamison from that distance is just to give a teammate a second opportunity, knock it down, and let them duel for it. You have to create something fantastic to generate enough power to beat a keeper like Tambakis from that distance.
Here's one thing for sure about these teams. Confidence in their goalkeepers, maybe as high as there is with any team in the league, because Tambakis is as experienced as it comes. Shuttler is playing some terrific football right now, has been so steady and solid. 5 clean sheets in the last 6. Gets a little tug on Dogman. And it's a foul given, and Eric Quill has a few extra words after the fact. Well, for New Mexico, the formula has been rather simple, and that's just score a goal. Because when they score a goal, they've won 22, or they've taken a point from 22 of 25 matches this season. When they have not scored, they've lost every single time. 7 times shut out. All losses, 4-by-1-0 margins. That's what Eric Will was talking about when we spoke with him this week. You look at those 1-0 losses, you just get a goal a couple times. Now, certainly, you're not talking about anything different in terms of the overall season result, but you're talking about something mentality-wise that this team has not had with just the 4 draws this year. How do you get that extra point when you're not playing at your best?
And ultimately, that's a sign, the DNA of a championship team. Right? How many times have you and I, Michael, had the luxury to speak with every single coach in USL Championship, but also around the world? You say a team that's not playing their best, but they find a way. They find a way to get a result. They find a way to score their goal. They find a way to survive. I think ultimately that is going to be the test for this New Mexico side, because when they're on the ball, they're playing at their tempo, they're really difficult to beat. But now when things go against you, when you have to deal with a little bit of adversity, ultimately.
It's a good ball in. It's cut back. Poked away. Dogman had that nice run, and now he gets the entry pass and gets knocked off the ball. New Mexico just scrambling to clear it away. Here's Dunbar once more. Dunbar looking for the angle. Blast this ball above everybody.
Great work from Ethan Zubak, the ability to fend off St. Seymour to allow Cameron Dunbar to come underneath. But as you're running horizontally, really difficult to get your hips squared facing the goal. That's why it goes up and away. But he's been bright, Cameron Dunbar has, through 52 minutes.
Orange County has been a team of timely goals. The 9th fewest overall in the league this season, but they picked up a dozen wins. And they've won 4 of their last 6 because of their ability to pick up that key goal in an important moment and ensure that the opponent cannot find anything in the attack. They've given up just 1 goal in the last 6 matches. They've been the best team in the West in the last 35 days. Mexico journeys forward on the overlap. It's a good ball all the way across. Dubois hits the volley and missed everything on it other than an Orange County head to win a corner out of it.
A golden opportunity this is for Dubois. Really clever from Gloucester just to chip it to that far post. If you're Dubois, you need to go with your laces here. Just swing straight through it and make clean contact.
This corner kick thrown in. Hurst hence the second chance. Jamison redirects it wide. And a throw. Seymour, who picked up a yellow card in that first half. Third season with New Mexico. Now Ryden, who also picked up a yellow in that first half. 2 men that are on cards in this second half. Neither side used a halftime change. Reyes stampeded forward. It gets cleared away. It is a throw. Still waiting for one of these 2 sides to assert their attacking efforts. Hurst slices, loses possession, and then Jamison ricochets it off of the defender and out for a throw. Shuttler changes the field shape and takes a ricochet out. This match presented by Taqueria Oi, the official taco of OCSC. Once again, the Noah Benardal Foundation wants to remind fans to never drive drunk and get home safely. Here's Jamison. Jamison leaves it for Dogman, spikes it in. It just gets in on the body of Zubak. get a feel that at some point in this match, things are going to open up for a few minutes. And one of these two sides will get their chance to try to ignite the opener. Both have been very conservative in their groups. And part of the difference for New Mexico, they've lost 6 times since the start of August. 5 of those 6 have been by 1 goal. They've been in these tight matches. Now can they flex their muscles and get over the top and start winning some of these to enter the postseason on a high note, as they would have the Western Conference go through Albuquerque. Dunbar retreats to the deepest position he's needed to be in tonight. It's a giveaway, though. The 18-year-old Dubois.
It's a really good ball there from Owen Lamb. Even better turn from Chris Hagart. When you always have the ability to break lines with a pass, you have to take it. Much like Akale for New Mexico, Chris Hagart plays a very similar role in between lines. He just lets it come across because he understands Talon Maples is overcommitted. Gets caught on the wrong side, you take the contact. Question is, if I'm an Orange County player, I'm talking to Ricardo Montero saying, how is Kalen Ryden on a yellow card and not Talon Maples from that same sort of action?
Draw for Orange County solidifies a postseason spot. Powers loops it around. To the top it goes. Hagart whistles it low across the pitch. And yet again, a calm save from Tambakis.
Nice little pocket of space from Chris Hagart. Just floats in off of Nicky Hernandez, so now you afford Kalen Ryland. He cannot put a challenge in because he's on a yellow card. Right foot, left foot, quality never drops. From the ex-Charlotte FC player. In the end, it's an easy save from Tambakis.
Tambakis. Too much on that ball, looking for Dubois. So much credit has to be given to Orange County players because they've gone through 3 different coaches this year, complete regime change at the end of August, with Danny Stone coming in to take over this group, and they have answered the bell here at the end of the year. Who would have thought that this team would be in this position to perhaps even host a playoff game if things go right down the stretch of the year?
The second foul on Talon Maples in a matter of a minute. That's taken down Chris Hagart.
Dunbar again. Decisive. Dunbar loops it around. New Mexico fails that clearance. Zubak, Jamison. And finally, Hernandez gets it away and out of trouble. How about the intensity and emotion shown by Seth Kasipli, his 4th season with the club?
Start to feel the momentum's shift into Orange County's favor. Chris Hagart starting to find those little pockets of space, but also the repress. How quickly can they recover the ball once they lose it? Coming out of the half, Danny Stone needs to be. Great ball again from Shuttler. Danny Stone probably had the happier of the 2 managers.
Just past the hour mark now, still scoreless. New Mexico has tied into the #1 seed in the West. A draw clinches a playoff spot tonight for Orange County. A win would keep their bid alive for a top 4 spot pending results for Colorado Springs and Memphis here in this penultimate weekend of the USL Championship. Alongside former Big East Player of the Year, Ricky Lopez Espin, I'm Michael Watrang. Great to have you with us tonight. Did anybody ever double check those Big East Player of the Year votes? I feel like there was a couple Marquette guys that probably deserve some more votes. Here's this ball, back post, Dubois nods it away.
I'm gonna name a Marquette player.
From your time, probably not.
Ever.
Actually, well, I went there and I called games, but yes, Callum Malice, how about that? He was probably before your time.
No, not 35.
Hey, at 35, the brain starts to deteriorate. You don't remember things as easily. Axel Schuberg, did you play against him?
Oh, big center back.
Yeah. There's one. There you go. He probably should have won it that year. This cross comes in. The header goes wide from Jamison. Had a better pro career, I think, than you.
Did he even make it? Fantastic ball and even better header from Bryce Jamison. Really difficult to try to get your shoulders quickly squared up, just glancing into that near post. That near post area is golden real estate, especially on a set piece, because you just need to redirect it. Really difficult for a goalkeeper with the traffic oncoming.
Metaquip sponsors our substitutions tonight, and it's Zico Bailey and Marlon Vargas coming in. Hernandez and Akale are coming out.
Gonna be like for New Mexico. Marlon Vargas, a player that has spent time with the Seattle Sounders, Colorado Rapids. Really technically sound two-way player, same as Zico Bailey. I've seen Zico play at the left back position, right back position essentially as well. Very comfortable on the ball, so you expect him to be a little bit more box to box. And Josi will be the single pivot, more defensive-minded center midfielder.
So that duo had an extra dimension for New Mexico. Hurst has been quiet, despite his team leading 11 goals this season. He's been fairly quiet of late. He's only scored in 1 of the last 10 games. As this ball will end up out of play for a goal kick. Are you all in? Purchase your deposit towards 2025 Orange County SC season tickets and learn how you can unlock exclusive benefits at orangecountysoccer.com/season-tickets today. Long ball down the field yet again. Comfortable for Maples. And Gloucester on the turn. It's amazing for Orange County. They're tied for the 8th most goals allowed this season, despite the fact that they have clean sheets in 5 of the last 6. What an overall overhaul it has been for this back line. Another foul whistled here. Hurst wanders away from the issues here, and looks like Ricardo Moreno is going to have a quick word with Hurst.
A little bit of frustration from Greg Hurst. It's the after of his right leg that catches Seth Kasipli. Hasn't been as impactful as he would like. A player with 10 goals this season.
Let's see Kasipli, after picking that one up. He might have turned that ankle just a little bit. Very uncomfortable. 25 more minutes to go in this matchup. The result would work for Orange County. They would clinch their postseason spot with a draw in this one. But for a team that has won back-to-back and is looking for a 3-game run, perhaps a goal, and it might only take one here tonight, and at this point I think it'd be safe to say that one would do the job. Dylan Powers hasn't had a whole lot to do tonight. Simply switches the field. Jamison having some fun with the ball now. Excellent pass to a good pocket. Hagar out wide. Dogman low liner in. Cleared away. And it goes out. It's a throw and not a corner.
Dylan Powers as center back is a luxury to have because he has the vision and the technical ability. But notice as Cameron Dunbar continues his run, he needs to slash across that near post. There's no need to pull up with your effort, because if you do, it's two things. You get on the end of it, it's an easy tap in, but secondary, you can throw off Caitlin Ryden. And you have Ethan Zubak crashing towards central locations. A little bit of an extra effort can be the difference for Orange County.
Orange County last beat New Mexico, and their only win in the last 4. July 29th of last year, it was Milan Olaski scoring in the 80th minute in a 1-0 decision. The script fairly similar at this point, scoreless through the first 68. Dunbar shuffles around Hosu. Dunbar's been strong. Dunbar, maybe too much fun that time around, and Hosu gets the elbow up in there. We're going to get a booking here after the fact, and it's going to go on Dubois. And the teenager nonplussed by that whistle.
Watch the right arm of Hosu extended away from his body, catches Cameron Dunbar, and it's Rash with the second action here. Catches Cameron Dunbar right there. But notice how Dubois comes in. Studs are exposed. He catches. Setka Sipley really dangerous with the way that he approaches this. We've usually been seeing a different color. In some cases, you come in late, your studs are exposed, catch the right ankle of an opposing player.
So 3 of the defenders now for New Mexico have all picked up a card. And remember, Ricardo Moreno has given out 5 red cards this year, the 3rd most in the league. So something for New Mexico to have to worry about down the stretch of this one.
Here's Setka Sipley here, 2 options. Head height towards that far post, or try to really sneak it into that near post against Kambakis, especially with the amount of traffic that's going to be crashing.
Sipley rifles this ball in. It goes right back in his direction, and he'll watch it out for a throw this time around.
Flawless in his positioning, the placement of that ball from Seth.
Simply wants it back. Powers instead will get a chance. Powers hooks that ball rather than arcing it wide. Shuttler is all the way out. A man that has a goal this season. Tying Sacramento 7 months ago, if you want to believe that. March 9th, 3rd goalkeeper in USL history to score. This ball over the top. This time Dubois handles. Going to add another goalkeeper to the list. Nate Steinwasser scored a penalty goal tonight for Detroit in the 5th minute of second half stoppage time in a 3-0 win for Detroit against Miami to run Detroit's unbeaten run to a league best 8 straight. Las Vegas and Detroit have longer unbeaten runs than Orange County's 6 in a row. Colorado Springs has scored. Zach Zandy in the 50th minute has put the switchbacks out in front, 1-0. Dogman slaloming through. Dunbar now. Jamison. Lamb arcs this ball, back post. Dunbar shoots it through the middle. And Ryden flies it away. Pretty good looking sequence there. Hagart. Shanta looking to get it back. Instead, Reyes takes it away. Bailey dances around a defender. It's an odd man rush now for New Mexico. Zico Bailey with options. Leaves it for Reyes. Reyes curls it in. What a decision there by Shuttler. He jumped before that ball was even touched.
End-to-end stuff here. As this ball gets lifted to the back post from Owen Lamb, do you think Cameron Dunbar's caught between two minds? Play it back across or try to go for goal, or he just sees it a little bit late? And then this is a fantastic #1 decision-making from Dalen Powers, because you have to engage, you have to delay as long as you possibly can. Zico Bailey plays it a little bit wide for Reyes, and like you said, Michael, Shuttler sees that book yesterday. Makes his move before Reyes picks up his head and securely grabs this ball.
I said it about 20 minutes ago. At some point, this game will open up here for a bit of time, and it looks like that might be happening right now.
It's so interesting. Every single time in a USL Championship match, you will see a numerical advantage in the transitional moments. So the top priority, especially for the attacking player, watch out here.
Dunbar, superb maneuver, sprints to space and hits this high. Tambakis maybe a little nervy there in the end, watches it go over the top of the bar.
Something that only a Creighton Blue Jay would be able to pull out straight through the legs of Dubois. Just hits it at the end.
He didn't go to Creighton.
Same Creighton attacking player would think of that.
Reyes curls this ball across. Is there video of you pulling something like that off? Otherwise, I don't believe it.
You can Google me.
You get the 3 results, a LinkedIn page. Everybody has a LinkedIn page if you Google. Quickly resetting. Colorado Springs leads 1-0. Memphis now leads 1-0 against Phoenix. Las Vegas and Oakland are tied at 1. Reyes again, this time decides for Bailey up top, returns the favor. Bailey shoots this ball and a knuckler into the chest of Shuttler.
Zico Bailey has really positively impacted this game for New Mexico. Comfortable on the ball. Like we mentioned, box to box with his work rate and the quality to have that final action.
Excellent pass here. Dunbar has performed well tonight. Gives it right back. Hagar runs into resistance. Well, what those results with the switchbacks in Memphis would mean is that Orange County's hopes of perhaps getting to the top 4 would be extinguished at that point. But they can still host or still get into the playoffs with a draw here tonight, and 15 more minutes will tell this tale here this evening. A good performance from both of these goalkeepers to put on a clinic here tonight to erase goal scoring chances. 15 total shots. New Mexico is joining the fray here in this one. Here's this ball in, cut back, on the turn. Hagar's shot gets blocked away by Ryden. And here comes Vargas out of the mix. Across the field, Reyes charges in. Reyes hooks it around, Hurst pounces on it. Hurst finishes, but the flag is up for offside. And Hurst Reyes is going to get booked. He is in disbelief. We waited 75 minutes for this. And Hurst finally latches onto one and has it erased.
Fantastic ball in for Marlon Vargas. Reyes is onside. The question is Greg Hurst? It's really difficult to see from that angle. At my initial glance, it seems like he starts off the shoulder of Owen Lamb. The disbelief, the frustration from the striker. It's really clever in the end of it, to be fair. Wrong foot shoulder as he's coming across to that near post, back across where it came from. That'll be the end of the day for Chris Hagar. You can see the frustration because he was having a fantastic second half.
So Charlie Asensio, the 24-year-old, enters the fray now in this match. I would love another look from maybe a different angle if we had it on whether or not that would be the case. It was tough to see from what we had whether or not for sure Hurst was offside, but the flag went up immediately and Marlon Vargas comes into this match, immediately makes an impact by outletting Reyes. And New Mexico has a goal erased with the flag being up. You know Hurst wants another go at that. Wants another chance at it as well after he got booked after that sequence. 4 yellow cards awarded tonight. All have been to New Mexico players, none to Orange County. Here goes Dogman. He gets bumped by Reyes. Now Dogman cuts the corner. Dubois knocks it away. It will be a corner kick though for Orange County with 12 minutes plus stoppage time remaining.
Last corner kick for Orange County, elected to go to that near post area. Bryce Jamison just popped off. Simply tries to guide it, redirect it.
County fans, you know what to do. Let's get loud.
Corner kick here. Kasipli winds this up all the way across the field. Did it skim off of Hosu? It did not. Or did it? It's overruled by Ricardo Moreno after the assistant said that it was a goal kick. So now Kasipli and Asensio switch sides of the field. Orange County looking to change the tail now. Jump out in front. Kasipli wants a recycle of this chance. Now he frisbees this ball in. It trickles all the way through and ultimately hits a hand in the end. Boy, that was in a very precarious spot if you're New Mexico.
And I'll allow this ball to drop anywhere in your defensive 18-yard box. Big no-no and a frustrating action for Eric Quill. And those are the tight margins that he mentioned on our phone call. Michael needed to tighten things up. Little moments like that can be the difference.
A couple subs here. Daniel Bruce, who has 5 goals and 3 assists, comes onto the field, as does Avion Flanagan. So those two enter the match here at this point in the game. Hurst will not have a chance to add to his score total and will not have a chance to make amends either. There's another look at the handball. It looked like it hit the shoulder, and certainly reason for the argument as well. The other man that comes out is Dubois, so that's 2 of the 4 that are on yellow cards come out for New Mexico with 10 minutes plus stoppage time remaining in a scoreless game so far. Michael Watring, Ricky Lopez Espin, and our team with you here. Penultimate regular season game of the USL Championship season. 1 more to go after this. Both teams will be at home to end the regular year. New Mexico has clinched the top spot in the West. A draw would clinch a playoff berth for Orange County, after San Antonio settled for the point against Lou City after trailing for about 20 minutes in that match.
Different type of player now. Bruce for Greg Hurst. Bruce will be the workhorse on that top line. Relentless with his pressure. Look for him to stretch his back line and really test and ask questions of Dylan Powers and Miles. Maybe I'm finally going to play at the right back position. It does seem like New Mexico is actually elected to play with a 3-back system. So you have Avion Flanagan on this near side, Gloucester on that far side, a little bit more attacking minded for Eric Will.
Dogman has that ball pummeled off of his body and out. It is a goal kick.
Our final beer fest of the season. Our October beer fest is next Saturday, October 26th.
34 cities with one club to unite them all. Get on board and purchase your deposit for a 2025 Orange County SC season ticket for $34.01. Unlock exclusive benefits like private parties, exclusive entry to the champ, and merchandise discounts. For the full list of benefits and more information, go to orangecountysoccer.com/season-tickets. If somebody's just tuning into this match right now, how do you explain why we're sitting here at 0-0?
Tactical battle. I think both of these sides trying to impose their identity. We've seen glimpses of how good both of these teams can be in their own right. I do think if you're Danny Stone, you have to be pleased with their performance because you've created some really good opportunities, especially in this second half through the run of play. Chris Hagar I thought was fantastic. Jamison has shown as well. Ethan Zubak hasn't been as involved as you would maybe like. On the other hand of that, for Eric Will, not an easy place to come and play here at Championship Soccer Stadium against an Orange County side who is in form. As of late, you've gone like for like with them. You've suffered, but you've also shown how good you've been on the ball as well, and you can create golden opportunities out of nothing. So yes, it's 0-0. In my opinion, I think it's been a really fascinating, intriguing match between two teams that want to play the right way.
Eric Will mentioning the fact that on the road you have to be consistent throughout, but if you squander opportunities, you won't always come away with the result. Felt that way against FC Tulsa over the weekend. Mexico winless in their last 4 road matches. They've only scored once now in that window. Meanwhile, Orange County have not allowed a goal in over 300 minutes. Bruce juggles. Incidentally, it's last touched by Orange County. Will this match have a winner here? And we're going to get a change at the next stoppage. Ben Norris is going to come in. The 18-year-old from California will be the next man up for Orange County. Credit the organization as well for Orange County. You lose Milan Olowski, you have the injuries that you've dealt with this season. You revamped the group, brought in young talent. Seen Ethan Zubak put together a really good year. On the verge of a postseason berth. Need the draw at the very least to do so. Advantage played after it hits Bailey's hand. Jamison sprints to a pocket, now gets shut down. Chance to recycle. Will this match feature a goal before the end of the night, or will it be 0-0? It's a whistle and a foul. Mexico have not had a 0-0 draw this season. Orange County have had 3.
I'll tell you what, I think Reyes gets her before Dogman. And as he follows through, he actually catches the New Mexico player. Fortunate for Orange County here. As we see Norris coming in for Chada. But had a nice tidy game. She shot up.
Well, here's Seth Kasipli. There won't be many more of these chances the rest of the way. Kasipli winds it up. Jamison was hopeful for a second ball. Will not get a crack at it. Kasipli now retreats. Slings that ball around. Jamison charges over to get it. Jamison dances. Jamison on the spin cycle. Jamison low. Bruce comes out to get it. Works it over the top. Reyes turns. Well handled. And now maybe Orange County making its push to try to get 3 full points out of this match tonight.
It's been so impressive, especially in this second 45 minutes for Orange County, is the ability to repress, to recover the ball once they lose it, and squeeze this game. Every single player for the home side is in there attacking attacking half, excuse me. Tells you how much on the front foot they've been since coming out of the break. So if you're Danny Stone, you can take a lot of positives from this. Best team in the Western Conference. Go like for like with them in terms of your identity. Mature on the ball, professional performance thus far from Orange County.
Couple more minutes to go in this one. If there's a goal, it would be a winner tonight. None of tonight's matches in the USL have finished 0-0, and none will unless this one does. Colorado Springs and Memphis still lead 1-0, tied 1-1 between Las Vegas and Oakland. And down to the stretch run we go here in Irvine, California, with Orange County and New Mexico scoreless. Seymour. Shuttler doesn't mess with this ball at all, just skies it across midfield. Flanagan, Hosu, it's the return pass from Bailey. And now New Mexico bring everybody forward. Orange County look to defend. Bailey looking for space. Hosu, 30 seconds before we find out our stoppage time number in this one. Flanagan darts to his left, hooks this ball around. Reyes was hopeful of a redirect, but Shuttler smothers it and lays on top.
It's what Hosu gives you, especially from a deep line position. You spray this ball into Avion Flanagan, left footer by trade, so always going to challenge into the interior. To be fair, it's a really good ball. Just needs someone to run across Shuttler and make his life a little bit more confusing.
4 minutes of stoppage time here in the second half. Brought to you by Zulfagari Law Firm. New Mexico have scored thrice in stoppage time this year. Orange County twice. Jamison. debates. That's a good ball. Out wide it goes. Cross goes all the way to the back post. There's a takedown in the box. Jamison got tumbled over by Gloucester. Would have been a penalty. That would have probably won the match.
Right side of your screen, Jamison and Chris Gloucester. I'll tell you what. I think that's a pen. No question whatsoever. Gloucester's not even looking at the ball. Plays all of Bryce Jamison, impedes his run onto it because he's beat. New Mexico gets away with one here. Danny Stone on the sideline cannot believe it, giving our fourth official an earful.
Two officials that could have made that call and certainly could have made a choice on that. I mean, the assistant referee had nobody in front of him. And now we're going to get a booking here as well after the fact. Zubak is going to be the man that is going to be booked. First time that Orange County has seen a man. Caution.
It's the left elbow that catches Kalen Ryden. There's a fine line between protecting yourself but also having it around the head area, away from your body. No ill will from Ethan Zubak. But it is a foul nonetheless. He's been really quiet. Player that we highlighted in the open since Danny Stone has taken over. We've seen a different Ethan Zubak for Orange County. Only 11 touches through 93 minutes. 0 shots on target. Really difficult evening for a striker. We give credit to the two center backs, Kalen Ryan and Taylor Maples. Fantastic performance.
Nobody has fewer touches than Zubak, other than the subs that have come on in the last 10 minutes or so. Just haven't seen enough of him. And I think when you're looking at these two teams' playoff outlooks, you're looking at an Orange County group that, albeit has found a different rhythm defensively, certainly on a night like tonight. If you're looking at the postseason, you're talking about a team that's taking the #1 seed down to the wire, would force extra time, potentially penalty kicks, but the question will be, can they score and can they find consistent goal scoring? 9th fewest goals in the league this season. Meanwhile, if you look at New Mexico on the other side, it's a little bit of that inconsistency of, can they score at any point? Because if they can't, defensively this year, at times they've been a little hit and miss. They have the 4th fewest clean sheets in the entire league all year long, and that can certainly pose issues when you can't put together a clean sheet, which certainly looks like both teams are probably going to add to that tonight. It makes things difficult for just one moment, one lapse defensively to change the match. And we just saw it a few minutes ago. If that is called a penalty, it's a harsh one, perhaps in the end, to lose 1-0 and to lose 1-0 on conceding a pen. But it's certainly one where you have to look at the attack in the other end and just not generating enough chances tonight. Kalen Rodden is going to have quite the bandage on his nose. That thing was bleeding pretty good. And now we're not 100% sure on the time, but I would imagine we still got, I would think, 2 more minutes, maybe 3, to see this one through.
Maybe referee license, right?
Of course. I'm certified in all 50 states. I carry my my cards with me wherever I go.
Sideline or center?
Center, of course. Flanagan. He twirls to the surface. And now Orange County sense that this is likely the last stand here in this matchup. One last go at it here. Oakland have just taken the lead, so they're up 2-1 against the Las Vegas team that's unbeaten in 8 in a row. It would be 7 straight unbeaten for Orange County. And here we go. Dunbar Dunbar swings around. It's a foul. It's a booking as well. No question for Hosu.
Just so slippery 1v1. When Dunbar, low center of gravity so he can shift quickly. Yellow card for Hosu, no question whatsoever. How good has Cameron Dunbar been for Orange County? Lights out with his 1v1 ability.
Dunbar was thinking about putting the game winner away right there, but the foul whistled. And now I would think this will be the last segment of the match. Seth Kasipli is going to have the duty. He's passed from this distance and this angle already. Does he have a desire to strike it on target, or does he pass here? Kasipli elects to pass. It's a low rocket in, knocked away. Second phase ball from Norris is wide left. And the fireworks in the end do not come. It's a scoreless draw tonight, but it's a draw that clinches a postseason berth for Orange County. 0-0 is the final score here tonight, presented by Raising Cane's. In time for our man of the match, and he is a familiar man of the match. It is Cameron Dunbar, our man of the match here tonight, presented by Takeruya Oi. Boy, was he absolutely delightful tonight and really was spearheading this attack.
The best player in the field for Orange County, lights out 1v1 quality, and the most threatening player for Orange County. If you can get him going, see him producing at a very high level, watch out for Orange County once the playoffs roll around.
Orange County and New Mexico settle for a point apiece in this matchup. But Orange County has clinched a postseason berth with this draw. 0-0 the final tonight. We will have the full-time highlights and the stats to wrap things up when we return to California.
I'm Jay, and as founder of Omega, I understand that as a business owner, you've got a lot in your mind. Let the tax credit ninjas at Omega get you the money. It's rightfully yours. It's not too late to score big on tax credits, but you gotta act fast.
It's the community aspect of Orange County Soccer Club. And if you want to support local sports and local teams, this is like the definition of a local team. More than just a soccer team, it's more of a huge family that's coming together here to support the one and only professional team that we have here in Orange County.
OCSC is just such an amazing place to go with the family on Saturday nights. We look forward to it so much, and we can't get enough of it.
Here in Orange County, passion runs deep for the beautiful game and for the community. That's why Patterson Autos is proud to be the official sponsor of the Orange County Soccer Club. From Tustin Mazda to Tustin Hyundai, Huntington Beach Mazda to Mission Viejo Kia. We're 4 dealerships strong, serving Orange County with the best selection of your favorite vehicles. At Patterson Autos, we believe in teamwork, community, and giving back. So join us in cheering on OCSC. Come visit Patterson Autos, your favorite Orange County dealer, and let's score together.
It's a scoreless draw tonight between Orange County and New Mexico, but Orange County punches its ticket to the postseason and runs its unbeaten run to 7 in a row. They have not allowed a goal now in 414 minutes. Michael and Ricky wrapping up the night at hand. There were still some solid goal-scoring opportunities in this matchup, particularly here in the 58th minute. Chris Hagart took a couple long shots from distance.
He was a really active player for Orange County. The spaces that he picked up, especially in that second half, were quite crucial. Shift the ball to his left foot in the end. Not enough quality in the final third for both of these sides. They did extremely well getting themselves into a dangerous area, but yet again, not finding the back of the net. This is another good opportunity for Bryce Jamison. Get to the right spot, but unable to get his shoulder squared. Notice how he attacks the ball. His hips and shoulders are still facing the corner flag.
His header goes wide, and then in the 67th minute, more attack from this left channel. Dogman's cross in, swiped away in the end. Orange County was very much on the attacking front foot throughout this second half of the match. They found some good areas. They had some right ideas, just never were able to break through. But this was a huge moment in this match, and it would come off of a counter. Both sides really had chances in about a 30-second window.
Good ball to his back post from Owen Lamb. You have to think Cameron Dunbar is getting caught between two minds as he go himself to hit it back across. And also the two players in front of him maybe throw him off a little bit, but you expect a little bit more quality from a player as talented as Cameron Dunbar. Fantastic run here from Zico Bello. So now as an attacking player, you have two options, right? You need to engage Jalen Powers, and if he doesn't engage, continue to take your space. You play a little bit wide, and now you cut the angle, exactly what Shuttler does. He knows there's only one spot where Reyes can put this ball in. Easy save in the end for the New Mexico Orange County goalkeeper.
Well, the scoreline finishes at 0-0 here tonight. I think if you're Orange County, you feel probably the better of the two coaches after this match because you created more chances, and ultimately you pick up a 6th clean sheet in the last 7.
I thought splitting the points was a deserving result for both of these sides, but again, not enough quality in that final third. And if you're New Mexico, you have hopes of playing for a trophy. You need to start to figure out how to break through teams when they sit a little bit deeper. And for Orange County, continue to push in this Western Conference because you've shown you can take some strides under Danny Stone, but get Ethan Zubak a little bit more involved. And if Cameron Dunbar and Bryce Jameson can produce at a very high level, now you have a front three.
So how do things look in the Western Conference with one more match to go in the regular season? We know New Mexico's the #1 seed. Orange County has just punched its ticket into the postseason. Here this evening, getting the point out of this matchup, San Antonio can no longer leapfrog them. So the West starting to come into picture. And with Orange County's defense, if they can score some goals, they are a dangerous team for the postseason.
100%. And now Oakland Roots are up 2-1 against the Las Vegas Lights. Will Gavin Clinton and company see that result out and mark their mark in this Western Conference? Phoenix Rising losing a moment in time against Memphis 101 at home.
Fascinating events here, but one more week to go in the regular season. It's Orange County, Hartford to wrap up the regular season. New Mexico, Memphis, both teams host to wrap up the regular year. And on a night like tonight, presented by Raising Cane's, our final score is 0-0. For our entire crew and my partner tonight, the great Ricky Lopez-Espen, I'm Michael Watrang signing off for now. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We'll talk to you again next week. Good night, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.